Marlin story. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Don't keep muttering about. Don't keep mutter. No, Dory kept muttering the address. She and Marlin were searching for Marlin's missing son, Nemo. They had just escaped an angry angler fish, and now they were trying to find someone who could give them directions to Sydney. That's where Nemo probably was. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Dory continued to chant. Marlin had the address memorized and thought he would go crazy if he had to hear it again. Dory! He said with a sigh. I'm sorry, I just shouted there. I know you just want to be helpful, but do you really need to keep talking? I love to talk, said Dory. I'm pretty good at it. What were we talking about? I just want to find Nemo, Marlin said. That's right, Chiro, said Dory. That's right, Chiro, said Dory. One time, Nemo and I, began Marlin. Go on, Dory, said. Is this going to be exciting? Yes, it's an exciting story, said Marlin. Relieved that he had got her to stop receiving the address. Marlin began. One time, I took Nemo to the other side of the reef to visit a relative of mine who was known as the fastest swimmer of all the clownfish in his day. But when we visited him, he was getting on his years. Dory yawned. When's the good part? Marlin sighed. I was just about to get to it, he said. So anyway, on the way back home, guess what we ran into? What? Dory asked, confused. A huge jellyfish. It was hovering in the water, blocking our way through the big tufts of seagrass. Said Dory. She seemed to be trying to remember something. P. Sherman, she muttered softly. P. Sherman, she muttered softly. For a moment there, I thought we were goners, said Marlin, but then a huge sea turtle swam up and swallowed the jellyfish in one gulp. Did you say thank you to the sea turtles? Asked Dory, who seemed back on track. Well, no, Marlin replied. I was afraid he would eat us too. So Nemo and I hurried on our way. But ever since then, I have been fascinated with sea turtles, and I hope I never have to meet another jellyfish. I've got a story too, said Dory excitedly. It takes place at 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. At P. Sherman. Now, at P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. There was this fish and, well, Marlin just groaned and kept swimming.